Hello humanity and some strangers, it's yours truly, 𝗏𝗏, aka SHLEESTRANGEMENT, the founder and director of SHLEESTRANGEMENT, which is my business, my brand, and the work that I do in this lifetime, all governing within the workings of SHLEESTRANGEMENT, which I'll share in the description box, the intention and information in terms of the work that I do and why you're tuned into this channel. And thank you for tuning in once again. So in today's video, as you can see in the title, personal experience with being different. What does that mean for me personally? My experience with that has been something sort of like a lifelong challenge since I was an infant, throughout childhood, through my teens. I dealt with so much shit in my life in terms of like being different, being quote unquote special, needs and wants aside. Just like, some people are born into this world with a specific purpose to fulfill a desire, a goal, a mission, a standard that is set before them before they come into this world. And I'm one of those people that's like, an experiencer based on this thought and based on this sharing I'm expressing to you all. So with all that said, the world is filled with so many people, and I just think there's only so many people born into the world, soul-wise, spiritually, in every sense of the word, that really fulfill their soul's purpose and the work they came here to do. So again, getting right into it, I'm just going to sort of like tune out any self-judgments, external judgments, the awareness of it all and how it's all encompassing into this manifestation of what I'm sharing with you. So I don't know, I guess just like for me personally, like growing up, like being born into the world, and then just like some of my first earliest memories in my life were just like abuse, abandon, negligence, negative experiences, like just over and over and over. So it kind of like shapes, a sort of mentality. But due to the soul's purpose of who I am as an individual identity and my own experience as my own entity, I'm lucky and I'm fortunate enough to be somebody who's able to analyze and express these experiences through development with time, over time. So it's just something that I think not everybody understands in the same way, in the same sense of purpose. Some people are born different and it doesn't work for them. And then some people are born different and it works for them. So my personal experience with that has been like, mentally, I've not understood. Emotionally, I've not been understood. So that ties into like spiritual and then the physical and blah, 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 blah. So it's just like, I don't know. For me, I'm kind of somebody who's very emotional, expressive. I love to entertain, as you can see as you're tuned into this, right? So I love expressing myself visually, artistically, musically, and it's all for the sake of spirituality and what it means to me to be human. So like experiences in life kept showing me time and time again, over and over, that my life sort of works more so along with the solitary path. I've gone through relationship after relationship, in terms of all kinds of relationships with people. But ultimately, I think people that are sort of like similar to myself and that have that abstract concept of understanding themselves and able to explain and express that are ultimately going to be the only people that I'm going to work with, if that makes sense. So, and because of that, my experiences being different is like, you know, I've literally sat down to share with people from time to time at different times in my life, only to leave just being like, what a waste of time. Why did I even try, you know? So now what I've learned from all this is like communication is super important if you're like trying to build bonds with people and experience friendships and different kinds of relationships of all kinds. So yeah, it's like, you know, from the aesthetic sense, from like, you know, the alternative and my experiences with that, we are who we are is because of our experiences. The only difference is like, if you can't understand your experiences and explain them to people, you're only so responsible for that. And for me personally, I am only so responsible for how others perceive that. So I guess this is why I'm sort of the solitary type, because I only felt so responsible for others to really understand why they perceived or interpreted me as so and so and such. So that's me explaining in a very complicated, simple way of my experiences, my personal experience with being different. And yeah, it covers all over every spectrum you can imagine. I was actually diagnosed as somebody who is neurodiverse, so I don't know if that helps you understand, but that's the reality and the way I work. So other than that, I don't really know what else to say in terms of this, so I just will give it and leave it at that. So alright, I guess I'll bring this video to a close. It's like 7 minutes in. It's like the 7th day of the fucking month. So I wanted to thank you all for tuning in this video. I hope you got something from that, and thank you, and I love you all, and stay inspired and influence strangers. Bye.